everybody, welcome back to another Freaky Friday. So again, we got the pink background, we got this cute robe on, because today we are doing the history and origin stories of fairies. I love fairies. You know, I used to think that I was one when I was a kid. I've always been obsessed with them. I even have these little Night Before Christmas fairies that of course I'm collecting more of. I need to. But I'm very excited to do today's video, and I think it's going to turn out really cute, and yeah. The origin story of the fairies. The first tale of fairies dates back to the Greek mythology. They were known to protect the earth with vigor and might. Now in England, in the 1400s, they came up with the new idea for fairies. They were these little people who were either nice or evil. This had invoked fear into the British, where they would avoid anywhere a fairy may live or be. Over the time, the concept of fairies morphed with Christianity, and fairies became known as fallen angels, too good for hell, but too bad for heaven. So they were sent to Earth. Now there's different stories and legends in different places, so here's just a few. The Greeks. According to the Greeks, gods and goddesses created the earth, then created meadow nymphs, forest nymphs, water nymphs, and tree nymphs to take care of the earth. Nymphs were these small, beautiful creatures similar to our knowledge of fairies. Masculine nymphs, or satyrs, were able to do good or bad, while feminine nymphs were pure and innocent. The British. Fairies became popular for the British in the 1400s when a famous traveler, Gervase of Tilbury, wrote a book on his findings. He even included the magical creatures who he claimed to have seen and named fairies. They were both small and tall, ugly and beautiful, good and evil. People grew scared of these fairies, as they were thought to be mischievous creatures with the ability to curse you. They even thought fairies lived underground, near water, or deep in the woods. They were so afraid that they believed that saying the word fairies even just summoned them. So they called them neighbors, gentry, or little people. Eventually, as I said earlier, when fairies and Christianity morphed, they were no longer afraid and instead prayed to them. The Irish. To the Irish, fairies were these magical creatures with powers that belonged to the gods and the goddesses. Tuatha De Danann. They were a very evolved race, who famously disappeared after the loss of the war against the humans fighting for Ireland's land. After this, they appeared in the forms of humans and no longer the fairies. Fairies also in Ireland have been known to be called leprechauns in some cases. So there's so many stories of them. Now there was a particular sighting back in the day where these two girls claimed to have a picture of the fairies. They brought it to a museum saying, "We have a picture of fairies," and it ended up being debunked a few years later. After everybody believed them in the first case, it ended up being debunked because they admitted to taking the photo from Gervase's book. They took the photo from the book and claimed that they saw the fairies. After admitting that, one of the girls continued to say that she still saw real fairies and wouldn't let it go. There are so many sightings of fairies, so many movies of fairies, famous ones from Disney like Tinkerbell. It is hard to say if fairies are real or not. Who's to say they're not? Have you seen a fairy?
And here's the final look. I really hope you enjoyed this video and learned a little bit about the fairy culture. I love how this look turned out. I hope you enjoy my wings. I'm gonna edit them in. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what other Freaky Fridays you'd like to see. I'm very excited. I have a few planned that I'm very, very excited about. So definitely stay tuned for some very exciting videos. And yeah, as always, all the socials that I have will be linked in the description. And of course, the entire story I said will be linked in the description. And thank you so much for being supportive and sticking with me during the journey of me falling behind a little bit, but I will get caught up, I promise. But ring the bell to never miss another one of my videos. Subscribe to the channel to, you know, be a part of the family, and I would love to have you part of the other families as well. So, like I said, socials will be linked in the description, and all the products I used will be linked in the description as well, the ones that I can. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!